Hi everyone. Hopefully my lighting is good. You know, I'm back to y'all. I heard this earlier, but I figure I better go on live to talk about this. I ain't gonna be on too long. But before I read the article on Shade Room, I'm gonna read my Walk in Faith book. I'm gonna read a prayer. I'm gonna read a Bible verse, and I'm gonna read a prayer. When my soul fainted within me, I remembered the Lord, and my prayer came in unto thee into thy holy temple. That's from the book of Jonah, chapter 2, verse 7. Here's the prayer. Progress in the folds of a family. Oh, God is not a straight, flat line, but rather ups and downs, like squiggles on a heart monitor. They merely chart the daily rhythm of life. Give me energy and patience to go with the flow. All right, I'm going to get into this article from the Shade Room right quick, and then I'm going to give my commentary on it. I'm going to get right into it. Breaking news. Jurors find Tory Lanez guilty on all three counts in Megan Thee Stallion shooting trial. A verdict has been rendered in Tory Lanez shooting trial, with jurors ultimately finding him guilty on all three charges levied against him, and the rapper was taken back into custody on Friday. He could face a maximum sentence of more than 22 years in prison and deportation back to Canada now that he's been found guilty. His sentencing date is scheduled for January 27th. Megan's attorney, Alice Baer, released a statement shortly after Friday's verdict, saying, wait a minute, do I have anybody in the chat? I got people watching, but ain't nobody saying nothing to me in the chat. Y'all can speak to me in the chat. I see you. But this is what the lawyer had to say. The jury got it right. I am thankful there is justice for Meg. Lanez could face upwards of 22 years in prison, deportation to Canada. A Los Angeles jury found Lanez, 30, guilty of discharging a firearm with gross negligence, assault with a semi-automatic firearm, and carrying a loaded, unregistered firearm in a vehicle. Megan Kniff, a reporter who had been on scene for the duration of the trial, tweeted, "The courtroom immediately devolved into an emotional scene with family members screaming aloud as the verdict was read. A crazy and downright scary scene in the courtroom as Lane's father and stepmother screamed about wicked injustice. The Shade Room was on scene outside of the Los Angeles courtroom when the verdict was read and captured. Video of Lane's father, Sunstar Peterson, who called prosecutors evil. The verdict came Friday around 6:15 p.m. after jurors had requested a better definition of the word willfully and on purpose the previous day. Jurors agreed to wait until the day for a written response from the court and then took a few more hours to deliberate in favor of a guilty verdict. Hi, Kenny. I hope he don't get him out of jail. But the news come after over a week-long trial full of damning testimony from the victim, Megan Thee Stallion, along with other witnesses on the night of the shooting. Last week, Meg, whose real name is Megan Pete, emotionally testified that Tory Lanez offered her $1 million to keep quiet about the alleged shooting during the latter's assault trial this week, and even revealed that the traumatic incident has caused her to have suicidal thoughts, per reports. Witness threw wrench in Lanez's defense on Tuesday with damning testimony against the rapper. On Tuesday, a man by the name of Sean Kelly was called to the stand on behalf of Lanez's attorneys, throwing a wrench in the rapper's defense. According to Rolling Stone, Kelly was in his bedroom around 4 a.m. on July 12, 2020. He looked out his window and allegedly saw 4 people fighting and shouting at one another. Kelly called the confrontation quite violent. Lanez's defense team decided to use Kelly as a witness after he spoke with an investigator in 2021. He recalled seeing an initial muzzle flash close to a woman's hand that morning. It allegedly occurred during a physical altercation between Megan Thee Stallion and Kelsey Harris while standing near an open door of the Cadillac Escalade the group was riding in. Kelly firmly believes one of the women fired the first shot, though he doesn't recall seeing a weapon. The defense team was initially hoping for Kelly's recollection of events to inspire reasonable doubt in the minds of the jury. Lanez decides not to testify during his own trial. Lanez himself ultimately decided not to testify in his trial, telling the presiding judge, Harry Ford, that it was his decision not to do so. Harry Ford then read jury instructions below closing arguments began at 1:30 p.m. on Thursday. This is a developing story, so be sure to check in with the Shade Room for updates as they come. Okay, that's the end of the article. Okay, you all, that's in the chat. I'm gonna go to the restroom right quick. I'll be back. But 3 people, 4 lights, that's good. Come on, people, interact. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna show the video of his father going off. The Shade Room posted a video of his father, so I'm gonna show it right quick.
I just stood here in this Los Angeles County and witnessed the worst miscarriage of justice that this world has ever seen. You want to know how I feel? I'll tell you exactly how I feel. I got some names that I want to call. Alex Spiro, Desiree Perez, and the whole wicked system of Rock Nation, including you, Jay-Z. Yes. You who say you rose from the gutter, but you have traded and tortured the souls of young men, and you're still doing it. The only independent witness in this courtroom is a man whose name is Sean Kelly. He came to court, and our attorneys met with our witness. And then the man came back.
Okay, that's all that I was able to get from Shade Room. But it seems like the Littlefoot leprechaun is going to suffer the consequences for his actions. For now, we don't know. His sentencing is supposed to be next month in January, so we'll find out how much time he getting. Oh, don't drop the soap, Tory. Hi, Wendolyn Sims. Hi, Miss Sims. But yeah, like I said, justice for Meg. I'm happy the Littlefoot leprechaun going to jail. He need to go to jail and he need to be deported too. I had a feeling. That he shot her. I was saying all along that I believe that he shot her. I believe that he did it. Now it's time for him to suffer the consequences for his actions. And Daddy Lanez or Daddy Peterson need to shut up. Okay, Daddy Leprechaun need to go somewhere and sit down because in a slingshot back to Canada. Yeah. But yeah, Daddy need to go somewhere and sit down because where was this patch? Where was you at when Tory was doing all these things that he was doing? Like, why didn't you get on your son's case when he attacked August Alsina? Where was you at when he put his hands on Prince from Love and Hip Hop? Where was you at in 2020 when he shot Meg? Why you didn't say nothing then? Why didn't you get on your son's case, get in your son's behind, or publicly come out and even defend your son? You had to wait. We had to all wait to see you after the verdict, after the jury verdict, for you to say something. Like, you ain't been saying nothing the last couple of years, so you need to go somewhere and have several seats, Papa Smurf, because don't nobody want to hear nothing you have to say. And I heard that read that you and your wife was in the courtroom being restrained, acting like a fool. We could somewhat see what Corey get his well, not Corey, but Tory get his anger from, or should I say Daystar. He he does. I'm not American, but I would like he be deported. Hi, Natasha. Yeah, he need to go. He need to go back to Canada and where he belong. You know what I'm saying? Because he not doing us no favors by being here, except for attacking our American people. And I have nothing against him because of where he come from. But if you gonna come to the United States, don't be an asshole. Don't be attacking people. How? Hi, Monica. How it? Oh, it's going fine. I'm fine. You ain't missed too much of this live. But yeah, like I said, Daddy Leprechaun need to go somewhere and sit down because he ain't been saying nothing all this time. For real, sit up there and made a mockery out of this case. You just wanted to be seen. That's what that was. You wanted to be seen. And I bet you if they didn't, they found him guilty, Monica. They sure did. You can check out TMZ. You can go to Shade Room. You can go to them blogger sites and you can look it up, or you can type it in the Google or search engine, and you will find out what they said about him being guilty. And other YouTubers have talked about it as well. But yeah, that daddy ain't been nothing. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good. I'm glad you're here. But yeah, that daddy ain't been saying nothing all along, and you and your wife want to act a fool in the courtroom when y'all don't get y'all's way. See, y'all should have been. See, Daddy, you should have raised your son better. You should have did more for your son when he was growing up. You should have disciplined your son when he was younger. That's what you should have did. But you probably spoiled him and let him get his way. But yeah, like I said, if you would have gotten his butt when he was younger and disciplined him, maybe he would have knew how to act as a grown man. Maybe he would respect women, he would respect himself, and he wouldn't be, you know, popping women with guns and putting his hands on people. See, so that's your fault, Daddy. That's your fault, Papa Smurf. You should have been more disciplined when it came to your son. See, don't bring kids in the world if you ain't gonna raise them right. If you not gonna be there for them like you should. How dare him? That's what they said, Monica. That the jury found him guilty. They saying that he shot her. So, and plus Kelsey, before she got on that stand and lied, she had told text the bodyguard, man's bodyguard, that he did it right after it happened. And plus she told the cops that it happened back in September. And then she got on the stand last week and changed her story. She changed her story. But yeah, he did it according to the jurors, and other witnesses said that he did it. So, and Meg herself said that he shot her. But yeah, like I said, his family ain't been doing nothing, ain't been saying nothing all this time. So don't be sitting up there waiting till he found guilty. Then you want to say something. Nah, you should have been said something. You should have been trying to defend your son before this case even happened, before this trial happened. But you've been in the background. What was you doing in the background? Was you prepping your son? Was you talking to your son? Was you coddling him? Or was you getting on his case? Letting him know how foolish he is for getting himself involved in this situation. In all the other situations he done got himself involved in. See, eventually you sit up there and you keep putting your hands on people, and see, he got away with August. I seen it. He didn't go to jail for that because August didn't press charges. Prince, he got away with putting his hands on Prince. Prince didn't do anything. So it's like you mess with the wrong woman. You mess with the wrong woman. Megan was the wrong woman. You shot the wrong, or you hurt the wrong woman, and now you suffering the consequences for your actions, and you should. They should look her jealous butt up to lock her. Yeah, Monica, they do need to lock up Kelsey. They do need to get Kelsey for lying on that stand. Because she did a complete 180. She pretended like she didn't remember nothing that happened. She just act like she had amnesia. And plus, she didn't want to answer a lot of the questions. She asked the judge, do I have to answer that? Do I have to answer that? Girl, you messed yourself up, and you do need to go to jail. You need to go to jail. And yeah, he did. Yeah, him and Kelsey did think they was untouchable. Well, he thought he was untouchable. But that's a lot of that's the thing about a lot of these celebrities. They think because they got money and they think they got power, they think that if they do something wrong, they can get away with it. And they probably will get away with it at first, but if it's a cycle and they keep doing the same thing over and over and over and getting in trouble with the law, eventually your ways and actions will catch up with you, and you will pay the price. You do the crime, you do the time, just like everybody else. So eventually your ways and actions will come back and hunt you in the butt like they should. Yeah, but like I said, Kelsey, you know, like I said before, if I was Megan, I wouldn't have nothing else to do with that girl. I wouldn't even blink twice when it come to her trifling behind. She ain't really no friend. Yeah, Megan hooked them up, but still. Overall, she called herself defending her that night. But since then, she ain't really had Megan's back. She ain't really care for Megan like that. So let that girl go on about her business. But like I said, I'll be happy if they arrest her for lying on that stand and charge her with perjury. I would be glad if that happened. Absolutely. Well, Monica, they say he can get up to 22 years in prison, so we don't know yet. We don't know the sentencing. He gonna be sentenced next month, I believe, on the 27th of January. So, yeah, that's when he's supposed to get his sentence. But other than that, we know that he did it. That's an early Christmas gift for Megan and, people who care about her and know her, to see that he's suffering the consequences, that he's going to suffer the consequences for his actions, and she going to get justice for what happened to her. That's a good way to end the year, and a good way to bring in the new year. I don't think Kylie Jenner testified. I didn't hear anything about her testifying. So I don't believe she did. Even if she did, I don't think she did at all. But her testimony probably wouldn't have helped Tory if that's who she was gonna help. He still would have probably been found guilty anyway. So it don't matter. But yeah, like I said, Tory, unless you you know what, Tory, get ready. Get ready for your time in jail behind them bars in prison. You know what I'm saying? Get ready to bend over, because them men, they going to be after you in prison. They going to bend you over and stick you with a gut full of nut. I'm telling you, that's what they going to do to you, or they going to try to. So you're going to have to be ready to fight them men off you in court or in prison. Yeah, but you should have thought about what you did before you did it. You got to think about your actions. You got to think about your actions. You got to think about what you do before you do it. Because if you don't think before you speak or think before you react, you get yourself in bad situations that you're not going to always be able to get out of. So like I said, for now, justice has been served. I hope that Megan can recover from this. She's going to need therapy. She's going to need help, and then also take some time off from the music industry. Just relax, recuperate, collect yourself, gather your thoughts, and hopefully you can, like I said, you can heal and you can recover from this situation, because it's said that she had suicidal thoughts, when this trial or during this trial. So it's like she definitely need therapy. She definitely need help to deal with that, because that we don't want that for her. We don't want her to harm or hurt herself. Just be happy that this little leprechaun, that Mr. Littlefoot, is gonna pay for what he did to you. And Kelsey probably most likely might pay too for lying on that stand, and she should. She got a child. They say she got a child and a husband now, but like I said, that don't matter. She's still wrong. She didn't think about them when she got on that stand. She didn't think about her freedom when she got up on that stand. She was thinking about that immunity, and how if I get on this stand, I could say and do it whatever I want and get away with it. Well, guess what, honey? Perjury don't stop you, don't have nothing to do with that immunity. That immunity can't help you, and can't stop the prosecutor for having you arrested for perjury. So like I said, baby girl, you should have thought twice before you got up on that stand. Yeah, they did say that they was all drunk, and Tory has a history of violence. So they say a lot of times when you drunk, whatever you say and do, you do mean it a lot of the times. But you could be right, Monica. He might not meant to do it, but the simple fact is he did it. And you gotta weep what you sow from that. So, but like I said, I wasn't going to be on too long. I just wanted to let y'all know that he was found guilty on all 3 charges, and I wanted to read the article and then let y'all know what the daddy said. And then they had his little sister there, and she spoke out too in a different video. I don't have it, but it surfaced on the internet somewhere. The little girl said something about injustice for her brother, and I'm like, why are you having a little girl there? The little girl shouldn't even be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? Little children don't need to be involved in court cases like that. That now if they was fighting for custody of a child or something like that, then the kid should be present during a custody case, but not a criminal case, not a criminal trial. No, no. Little children don't need to be a part of that. They don't need to be involved in that at all. They need to be at home or be in school or doing some activities or something. They do not need to be in no courtroom listening to no child or no violent crimes, or listening to no type of trials that involve violence. That's what I meant to say. I've been trying to get a live. I always see your replay. Well, at least you made it here tonight, Monica. And you the only one of the you probably the only one in my chat. I'm honored by it, though. I appreciate it. Because I have 4 people and 8 likes. That's good. That's very good. But other people, can start talking too, getting this live, and let me know what you think. But yeah, Tory is, many men, many people, or celebrities, should I say, that do things and get away with it a lot. But this time, he, because of his reputation and his bad press, and his overall actions, he couldn't get away with this crime. He could not get away with this. Absolutely not. See, and that's why I say they sit up there and they use children, and that's messed up. You don't use children as good luck charms when it comes to court cases. You don't or trials. You don't use children. You just don't use children when it comes to anything. Don't use children as a good luck charm to help you beat a crime or beat a case. No. Yeah, I get your point, Monica. I believe that's why they brought the child there. But also, Tory did bring his son there last week on the first day of the trial. He did. He brought his son there. To me, that's a disgrace. And to me, this is a disgrace, to have that little girl in that courtroom witnessing all that mess. And then when the verdict came back guilty, she had to witness, her father or whoever. She had to witness his father and his stepmother acting a fool, getting upset, couldn't control their emotions and their tempers. The little girl had to witness that. See, that's why you don't bring kids in a courtroom involving any violent cases or violent trials. You don't do that, because if some don't go your way or don't go the way you plan, you might lose your temper. You might lose your emotions. And then the little kid gonna have to witness that. They're gonna have to see that. And I wouldn't want to expose my child to that. You shouldn't. Yeah. That's true. They did want to make him look like a family man. I believe that. I believe it. But like I said, the way Tory been acting in the press and and based off his reputation and his history of violence alone, I think it's too late to be trying to act like you a family man. It's too late for that. You should have been thinking about your children or your child and your family when you was out here doing the crimes that you was doing. When you put your hands on August, when you put your hands on Prince, when you shot the gun, to hit Megan in her foot, or pop Megan in the foot with your gun. You should have been thinking about your family then. You should have been thinking about your family and your child and your actions then. That's what you should have done. But you got a lot of people. Yeah, it does mess with the kids. Absolutely. It affects the kids big time. when you got stupid, immature adults that involve them in things they don't need to be a part of. You're supposed to protect the kids, keep them from violence, keep them from things like this. You know, you don't expose your kids to this type of mess, this type of behavior, these type of situations. You know, so like I said, hold on, I'll be right back. Then I'm gonna close. No, no, not that Prince, Monica. That Prince is from Love and Hip Hop. The Prince that I'm talking about, Tory put his hands on. He put his hands on Prince from Love and Hip Hop. That Prince, that was on Love and Hip Hop Miami. The first couple of seasons. Yeah, the first couple of seasons. But yeah, like I said, that's unfortunate when a kid got to witness that and got to be a part of those situations. That's very unfortunate. You know, it is. It's very unfortunate because the kids will grow up. Who knows? They, part of the reason why I think kids grow up and they become violent adults or commit crimes is because of the adults that was around them, or how they was brought up and what they saw. Because we don't know what these young people saw as kids, adults. We don't know what they've seen. We don't know what they witnessed. And a lot of them, when you expose to bad things, you pick up on those behaviors and you act out. And a lot of time they don't be disciplined for that. So like I said, hopefully that young lady, that was there defending Tory and his son and stuff, this don't affect them too bad to the point where they start acting out and lashing out. So, but like I said, sometimes these adults they don't be knowing what they doing when it come to these kids. They don't be knowing, they be exposing these kids to everything, to a lot of things that they shouldn't be, a part of or even see. Hopefully, I hope he does, Natasha. I hope he does get some counseling in prison. He need to before he get out. He need if he yeah, he need to. He needs some anger management. He needs some therapy. Absolutely. He can come out a different man, possibly. So yeah, he'll need that therapy. I don't know yet. Monica, Tory can appeal. They said that he can appeal, but I got a feeling he will appeal this case. I got a feeling. Because I don't think he just gonna just straight up go to jail or go to prison without a fight. He gonna probably appeal. I believe he will. So like I said, it could be the same outcome, but I wouldn't be surprised if he appealed. I'd be surprised if he don't appeal. That lets me know right there that you 100% guilty and that you accept it. But yeah, like I said, it's 2 days to Christmas. I pray he doesn't become poor. Megan doesn't need to go through this again. Become poor. Nah, she doesn't. She doesn't. But like I said, When somebody don't want to suffer the consequences for their actions and they think they're not wrong, and I bet you that's probably what he's thinking of. It's a possibility he will appeal that ruling, that verdict. So, like I said, don't be surprised, but we supposed to be getting more updates, on this case, so of what's happening and what's going on. So I just wanted to bring y'all that news, what I got from the Shade Room. So shout out to them for not only doing the article but putting out that video of his ignorant daddy sitting up there talking that nonsense that he didn't know what he was talking about. He blaming other people for what his son did. No, them people did not make your son do the things or did the thing that he did. Commit the crime that he committed. Didn't nobody had nothing to do with that. Didn't nobody make your son do that. Your son made a choice. Your son is 30 years old, sir. He grown. He made a decision. He made a choice, and he made the wrong one. He made a choice that's going to get him sent to prison behind bars where he belongs. So you made yourself look like a fool up there calling the jury, the justice system crooked, and and saying that this was injustice and calling them evil. No, your son is evil. Your son is. That's who's evil. He's the monster. For now, as far as we know, he's the monster. So you raised a monster. That's what you raised. And you ain't no better. Shoot, you ain't no better. You sitting up there defending his actions. But like I said, you didn't teach it. It don't seem like you taught your son discipline. It don't seem like you taught him to suffer the consequences for his actions. Because if you did, you would have been a better example or role model or whatever. If you would have did better as a parent, he might. But then again, this man could have been a good father. So I can't say that he's a bad father because I'm not gonna say that. But like I said, it could be plenty of reasons why Tory has turned out the way he's turned out. Who knows? But like I said, so I shouldn't have said that, the man didn't set a good about criticize the man's parenting. Basically, I probably shouldn't have done that, but oh well, I did. I don't regret it because it's something wrong there. It's something wrong there. It's something wrong there. Tory had to learn his bad behavior from somewhere. Something had to happen in his childhood for him to grow up this way. So, like I said, who knows? Maybe you was a good father and he just didn't follow your example. He just didn't follow the lead. Who knows? Because kids can be raised. I hear that parents could be good to their children and then their children can turn out differently. Who knows? But most likely he probably you sir probably did something that affected Tory or did something or set a bad example. Who knows? Or did something that he picked up on. Who knows? But like I said, I'm done talking about that man and his parenting because I don't know. But what I do know is that Tory has been found guilty and he's gonna be sentenced next month in January. So we're gonna wait to see what the sentencing gonna be. But yeah, like now for now, people can just rest easy, knowing that a decision has been made, a verdict has been reached, and I think it's the right one. Guilty verdict. I think it's the right one. But anyway, that's all I'm gonna say. We're 39 minutes into this live. But you said Monica, you say money is the reason why Tory could be acting this way? Possibly. Because money can get to people's heads. Money can, when people have money in their minds, they think they're powerful. They think because they got money, they can do whatever they want and get away with it. So that is a good point. It could have been money. not his father's parenting. So I bet I shouldn't have said, like I said, criticize that man's parenting, because I don't know that man from a can of paint. But like I said, how he acted in that courtroom after the decision, and acted, outside that courtroom, saying that foolish stuff that he was saying, didn't make no sense to me, because that had nothing to do with what his son did and had nothing to do with the case. You would just wop, wop, wop. You were just blah, blah, blah. You were just running your mouth for nothing. But anyway, I hope you all like, comment, subscribe, share the video if you like. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Once again, thanks for watching, and you all, good night. Enjoy your weekend, Christmas weekend, and have a good night. Peace.